Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee has started its investigation on the overpriced and outdated laptops that were procured for the Education Department. Former Budget Department Procurement Service Head Lloyd Christopher Lau attended the hearing virtually after earlier asking the committee to be excused from the proceedings. In a letter sent to Blue Ribbon Chairman Francis Tolentino, Lau said he was not the head of the procurement service when the laptops were purchased. But Tolentino said they secured some documents showing Lau's involvement in the anomalous procurement. And 3 people are reported dead after the onslaught of severe tropical storm Florida. 2 of the casualties were hit by a fallen tree, while the other one drowned. 4 other people were injured amid the severe tropical storm's onslaught. Close to 12,000 families were also affected by Florida, with around 1,700 of them staying in evacuation centers. The severe tropical storm also damaged 30 houses in Luzon. We'll be pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Calls to abolish the Presidential Commission on Good Government are being pushed again, but the PCGG says that they still have a lot to contribute when it comes to stemming corruption. Marian Enriquez with the story.
I'm sorry to say, sa aking nakikita, you have outlived your usefulness after 36 years.
Several House lawmakers are now pushing to abolish the Presidential Commission on Good Government, or PCGG. This was created back in 1986 to recover the ill-gotten wealth of former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. and their cronies. During the House Committee on Justice meeting yesterday, Cagayan de Oro 2nd District Representative Rufus Rodriguez said either the Justice Department or the Solicitor General can take over the functions of the PCGG, especially now that President Bongbong Marcos is pushing for right-sizing the bureaucracy.
What I'm saying is that let us be able to look, especially at this time where we are limited with our resources, that we cannot be continuing to be spending for many agencies of our government. It may just also mean that for 36 years, if we are not yet finished with that particular mandate of recovery, then it has failed.
PCGG Chairman John Agbayani admits they are having a hard time filing new cases against the Marcoses and their cronies due to the lack of new evidence.
We do not foresee any new cases to be filed against the Marcoses. At this time, there are no evidence available already in order to prosecute.
Past administrations also tried to abolish the PCGG but were unsuccessful. Agbayani believes the PCGG is still able to help weed out corruption within the government. He said the directive from the president is clear, and that is to strengthen PCGG to be able to go after other public officials involved in graft and corruption.
The Ombudsman is really overwhelmed in the performance of their functions. And mandates number 2 is a special assignment to the PCGG to do. And we are very confident that this can be performed efficiently by the PCGG.
The PCGG also insists that it has done its part in contributing to the national revenue, earning 600 million pesos annually, despite having a budget of only 150 million pesos.
The PCGG is doing its share for the government in terms of revenue and other functions.
However, Cavite 4th District Representative Elpidio Barzaga believes otherwise.
Yun namang management ng government property that can be held by other existing agencies of the government.
Based on the PCGG's latest data in 2021, around 175 billion pesos of cash have been recovered. They also have 90 billion pesos worth of assets up for sale and privatization, as well as around 125 billion pesos worth of items in litigation or sequestration. As of now, there's still no bill filed aiming to abolish the PCGG in the 19th Congress. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
The Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas begins its year-long countdown before the country's hosting of the 2023 FIBA World Cup. SBP executives and FIBA Oceania President David Crocker were all present in the countdown event earlier today. The group also announced the local FIBA World Cup ambassadors, former players Larry Fonacher, Jeff Chan, L.A. Tenorio, and Gary David, including Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray. Aside from the actual games, the Philippines will also host the World Cup Trophy Tour and the World Cup Draw in April. The Philippines is co-hosting the World Cup with Japan and Indonesia.
The special hosting format presents a daunting task since it has never been done before. But everyone is ready and willing to step up to the challenge and do their part. Looking forward and really here to seek your support, seek all your help in making sure that we do host a very successful event.
And in volleyball, the Philippines finally entered the win column after beating Iran in 4 sets at the AVC Cup. Standout Gemma Galanza led the way for the Pinoys with 21 points, while Tots Carlos and Michelle Gumabao contributed 14 and 13 points. The country, bannered by the Creamline Cool Smashers, now holds a 1-2 win-loss record. The Philippines will face South Korea in the final Pool A match later today. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Mandaluyong Prosecutor's Office has indicted Jose Antonio San Vicente for frustrated homicide. San Vicente was the SUV driver who ran over and abandoned a traffic enforcer last June. The Energy Department sees a big-time increase in pump prices next week. Director Rino Abad says this is because of the rise in petroleum prices in the world market. And the Philippine Hospital Association flagged a spike in COVID-19 admissions. However, the group did say that the surge in COVID-19 hospitalizations still remain manageable. However, the PHA is reminding the public to keep their guards up against the coronavirus. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.